Hello again, Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, back for another Malifaux video. This time, the Poltergeist, Pandora's totem, and largely going with pure lighting effects here for the most part. So matte white. This is a Army Painter Warpaints. We're going to set up for that. Now the official color scheme kind of has a, I don't know how to describe it, sort of a corpse-like physical elements and green lighting. I'm basing mine more on the appearance of one of the ghosts in the movie Poltergeist, though in a color scheme that implies something vengeful and wrathful, so this will be fairly simple and straightforward, and is probably going to be one of the shorter videos. Now I still want the base gritty, and having the white over the black will affect it subtly, more than just doing pure white primer would have. Not a big difference, but I am able to get away with a fairly large brush. Now totems in Malifaux are models they basically act as assistants to the masters and enhance their abilities, and all masters have a specific totem. Now all factions also had a generic totem, but I don't know if those models are going to work quite the same in 3rd edition. Again, I don't have anything for that outside of the Dead Man's Hand pack. Not the rule book, not any cards, and the stuff for it's still kind of rare since the first printing sold out. I don't know when the second printing will hit shelves, but it's going to come sooner or later. I just need a nice solid coat on here. Keep my brush moist but not overly wet. And that's pretty good. So once that dries, I can get the base and then move on with the shading and lighting effects. Okay. Uniform gray. This is a Army Painter Warpaints. That looks a little funny right there. I guess it's alright. So this is just going to go on the base. And I have lost. There's the lid. Okay. Okay. Once that's dry, I can move on to the lighting and shading and go from there. Okay. Doing the lighting effects, so Blood Red 09003. While the source material I'm basing this off had a spooky ghost with blue gray, going a color associated with anger and rage, because poltergeists are not passive entities in general. They are angry, they move things, they break things, so thinning this out with 2 to 3 parts water per 1 part paint for the lighting effect. You want a little thinner on those. Needs to have some of the white showing through. Working from the top down. Just letting it flow on down as it goes. Don't have to worry too much about spillover in areas I don't want, because the Poltergeist itself is only one color, more or less, and the shade that's going to go on the basing will be much darker than the red, so cover that up. Making sure I get a nice solid coat. I did do something similar when I painted Wrath from the Crossroads 7, and his spiritual advisors is how I'll put it. Keeping my brush nice and wet during all this. Ideally this will pool in the most recessed areas and just kind of tint the raised areas. It's got it pretty good, so let that dry. Then once it does, I can get the base and start some highlights and details. Okay, well, that took a bit to dry. So, Stormy Gray 09088. Looks like the red that seeped into the base might still not be dry, but I should be able to work with this. About 1:1 on paint to water. Avoiding, or trying to avoid, the Poltergeist itself. Some of this red might still show through, but it'll be okay. Alright. Once that's dry, I can do some details, highlight, and wrap up. Well, that took a while. Pure Black 09037. So I want to give this thing dead black eyes and mouth, so one thing solidly more terrifying than monstrous facial features are a complete lack of any facial features. That looks like something that'll swallow your soul. I'm gonna let that dry a bit before I highlight, though. Okay, dry enough to work with, so Ghost White 09063. I'm going to be dry brushing this on, so we'll get that out there. The key to this is no water and a ragged feathered brush. It's too stiff. Something like this should work for something this big. I'm going to rub most of the paint out on your paper towel. Get that out the way. And lightly dust the areas to be affected, going against any hard edges. Refreshing paint as needed. Okay, that's not bad at all. Now do the same thing with Misty Gray 09090. Looks like that red is still not dry after all this time. So, you know what, at this point I'm just going to roll with it. Because this is a violent spirit working for a violent lady. Okay. Now a little more pure black and switch into a flathead brush to finish the base. And flathead brushes are good for large open or large wide surfaces. Round brushes are your most utilitarian go-to. Carefully lining the edge, trying to avoid the basing I've done. That just needs to dry now, but there we go. The Poltergeist. Ready to terrorize and traumatize anybody it damn well pleases. Continuing on with another prominent character from Malifaux. Until next time, I am Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, signing out.